Alright, let's see if I finally get the camera angle right. But anyways, it's been a long time, but I'm bringing you a second place branded Despia deck profile that, as I just said, got me second place today at locals. This is probably the most competitive locals. It was 32 people. More people showed up, but they capped out at 32. And everyone here was playing some of the best decks that you could afford, that money could buy. So I'm pretty proud of my standings with this deck. And without further ado, I'll take you through my deck list and what I played to take that coveted second place finish. With that being said, you know, RNG's a bitch. Sometimes tearlament's just the last card they mill happens to be the one tearlament that they haven't used yet, and that can end you the game. But enough rambling. Here's the main deck. 41 cards. Of course, we got 3 Aluber, Jester of Despia. He's basically this deck's Alistair. Gotta love him. He's probably my favorite card in the deck, to be honest. He comes in clutch for a lot of reasons. Believe it or not, I used to hate this deck, but now that it's affordable, I love it. Funny how that works, huh? Next up is your 3 Tragedy. And a lot of people play 2. I personally like 3. I like to use his effect during the end phase of my opponent's turn, and then have another copy engraved to reuse again on my turn. He's very versatile. And you know, I feel like since we only play 8 Despia monsters, we want to see him as much as humanly possible. These 2 are, I love all the Despia monsters, to be honest. This one's a beast, won me mini games today. This one, you know, especially if you hard draw it and your opponent doesn't know you have it, can really take your opponent by surprise, get your Mirror Jades back, and, you know, get the coveted 2 banish off Mirror Jade per turn. So yeah, the Despia cards all came in clutch. I would not change a thing. Then we got our 3 Fallen of Albaz. I sided out one quite a bit, but never truly wanted to. Great going second, terrible going first. That being said, he's actually polyable, so sometimes that actually occurs. Oh, look at all these slip-sliding sleeves. Now, for our 1 light target. This deck was 42 cards, but, you know, had to cut the snow. The crazy part is I actually could have played snow today, because today was the last legal day for us to use the old ban list. And the store was abiding by those rules, so I totally could have played the snow. But, yeah, I didn't, and it actually came up in the very last match of the tournament. So, yeah, wish I just played it. But that being said, Ecclesia is a beast. Honestly, this deck is probably better going second, because I lost every single dice roll today. Every single one. They all went first, and I just smashed their board. This card was a big reason why. And it's pretty handy. It's recyclable. Gotta love to see it. 2 of these, I was considering playing, I still am considering playing the 3rd one. Realistically, you really don't need it, though. I just like discarding it off of my various cards, such as Droplets and Nubelion and Branded, you know, Searcher and shit. So, I am still contemplating 3. I might bump it up to 3. Probably we'll test it out. But it was handy. Don't mind the different sleeves. You know, I have multiple decks. I had to re-sleeve my cards after the tournament, but it didn't look like this earlier. So take my word for it, for all you people who are just like, oh, you're cheating. You played different sleeves in the tournament. You're not good. Whatever. Calm the fuck down. Obviously, I didn't play with it in blue sleeves in the actual goddamn tournament. So don't even bother commenting on it. 3 Nibiru. Only hand trap I played in the main deck, and it rocked. It was amazing. Lots of combo decks today. Even the decks that weren't even supposed to be combo decks, they were summoning more than 5 times. I'm like, alright, well, Nibiru time. On to the spells. We have 3 Branded Fusion. Need I say more? Should all Fusion 3.0. We have 3 branded opening. The branded searcher I was talking about earlier. I've seen some people cut it down to 2, but honestly, if I open this card and Tragedy or the Edgem card, 9 times out of 10 I'm winning the game. This card's amazing. I resolved it 3 times in my 3rd match. Didn't resolve Branded Fusion one time, resolved this 3 times, and I was eventually able to beat them down with my regular Despia monsters to get the win. Pretty insane. Playing 3 branded in red. 3 branded in red worked for me pretty well today. It's a great going second card, honestly. It just busts people wide open with your Guardian Chimera. I did find myself siding one out from time to time, but with that being said, 3 is pretty good. I honestly would keep it that for now. Obviously, 3 of the most broken card that you can't respond to, Super Polymerization, came in clutch against Spright. I drew, in my 4th match, I drew 2 Super Poly in my opening hand going second. Super Poly this man twice in 1 turn. It was amazing. I loved it. 3 Allure of Darkness. I seen some people play 2. Why would you do that? I love 3. This is one of the best. This is the best deck you can play Allure in. Let's be honest. 2 Patchwork. I've tested around with 3. Personally, I think 2 is better. I think 3 Imp, 2 Patchwork is the way to go. But you could also just do 2-2-2. It works pretty well either way. 2 Polymerization, obviously. Don't run 3. 2 Forbidden Droplet. This card was my first time ever getting to use it in a competitive public setting. Came in clutch today, man. Stopped imperms, it stopped veilers, it stopped all types of things. If I had the 3rd, I would probably run it, but that's still waiting in the mail. Also, I live in Florida, so yeah, half my state's flooded right now, so who knows when it'll come in the mail. We'll see. We're usually pretty good about that stuff, though, so give me my cards. Got Called by the Grave. People want this band. I want it at 2. Harpy's Feather Duster. This was my 41st card. And let me just say, I'm glad I ran it because I seen all types of people using mine. I didn't get mine at all today, but I saw all types of people using mine, and it also was great for OTK. I was able to clear out the issues before they even became anything. And I didn't even care if I got rid of the tearlaments trap cards that let them search. If I kill you this turn anyway, what will it matter? Branded Banishment destroys tearlament. You gotta play this card, or else tearlament becomes just that much more annoying. Yeah, that is 41 cards in the main. We're going out to the extra deck now. This is one thing I wish I could have a 16th slot. Play 3 of these. Used to do 2 and 2. Still, part of me still wants to play another Lubellion, but for right now it's only 1. But you know, I might actually cut out 1 card in here to add the second Lubellion. 2 Mirror Jade, no more, no less. Alba Lenatus. It's between this and the one that adds Dalmatica, the Ashen Dragon. The Bastard Dragon. I play this over Bastard Dragon because, you know, I can fall into Valbaz people whenever I want. I don't need to do it on my opponent's end phase as well. How about instead, I'll just destroy any dragons you have. And also, you know, this just counts as another copy of this. So if they're playing dragons, you'll be dragging these nuts across their forehead because Alba Lenatus takes care of all problems. So yeah, that's it for the Fallen of Albaz fusions. 2 of these guys. I hate this card. I love using it though. I've lost so many games in time because of this fucking card. But today, burned my opponent for wins after I couldn't OTK them. Just make this guy. They won't be living for much longer. Great card. This guy. He saved my ass, actually. I was even considering cutting him. So glad I did. He helped me destroy Marinecess round 1, a 4900 Marinecess Link monster. Turned it all the way to 0. I was able to dodge the trap with forbidden droplets, and yeah, this card basically won me that game, as did Nibiru. 2 Chimera. Honestly, you don't need 2. You can cut one. Second one never came up, but damn, did it feel good knowing that I had it just in case, you know? I just felt that much more secure. You can totally cut one of these for another Lubellion, and that's probably what I'll do going forward. But hey, let me, while I got 2 of them, I may as well use them. So, they came in clutch today. Awesome card. If you resolve it, you're probably winning. And the super poly targets. Let's be realistic. Everything in here is pretty much a super poly target. But yeah, this card's amazing. This card came in clutch. This never came up, but I'm glad it was still there because it could have came up. So yeah, I would really like to run Proskinian as well, but there's no space at the moment. But definitely keeping an open mind on that one. Side deck. Alright. Dimension Shifter. Oh man, this card won me 2 games against tearlament spright. Man, you wouldn't think it's that good going in this deck. In fact, I even got shifted a few times today. But you know what? It really doesn't mess up Despia as much as you think. You can still play and make your fusions, especially with Lubellion. And yeah, the shifter came in handy for me, so I thoroughly enjoyed it. I would play it again, 100%. 3 Dark Ruler, no more. Who doesn't love Dark Ruler? Proceed to battle phase, evenly match. Pretty much just use this against Spright and Tier. 3 Cosmic Cyclone. You know, it did Cosmic Cyclone-y things. What else can I say, man? It's the best removal right now just because of all the cards that gain effects upon being sent to graveyard. With that being said, evenly match. I love this card. Came in clutch today, as per usual. I usually, whenever I use it, which is I pretty much side it in every deck at this point. And you know what? To this day, it still comes in clutch every time I use it. I see it at least once or twice every tournament, I swear. And then the last card, 3 Summon Limit. This card came in handy. It really did. One of my opponents swore that he was playing Spright, and he's like, "Oh, this card doesn't affect me that much." And then I proceeded to win the match. And I'm like, "Yeah, you know it affected you. You know you wish you could have made more cards. You didn't just want to settle with making 2 Spright cards. You wanted to make 20." But Summon Limit forces them to, you know, actually have a limit to their summons. And on top of that, doesn't affect me too much. By the way, the snow, the thing that I missed with snow in the last match, I could have used my snow to banish my own summon limit and then resolve more than 2 summons during my turn and blow them out of the water. But I didn't play snow in the main because I'm stupid. So yeah, let me take you through the matchups. Matchup 1 was against Marinecess. Yeah, he was a little kid too. He was probably no older than 9 or 10 years old. And you know what? He was a pretty good player. So I couldn't take it easy on him, you know? Like, I was, of course, very nice, very cordial, because he reminded me of me when I was his age, man. Like, it's great to see a new youthful scene coming into this game that I've been playing for 20 years and that I love so much. And, you know, he was a pretty good player. I feel bad because I buried him like 3 times, but it just felt like no matter how many times I got rid of his Marinecess cards, they just kept coming back. So, you know, can't take it easy on nobody. But at the same time, I feel like I helped him learn a lot about the matchup. And, you know, he's a good kid. And the fact he was able to play at this level at his age either means one of 2 things. He's going to grow up and be a genius, or he's going to grow up and be a degenerate. Just like me. One of the 2. But anyways, match number 2 was tearlament spright. That's the one where the dimensional what's his name? Shifter came in handy. 2-0'd him. I 2-0'd the kid in the first match as well. Match 3, I 2-0'd Sword Soul. Weirdest Sword Soul matchup ever. This man made freaking Dimensional Shifter in Sword Soul. So he was like minusing himself, but he swore he thought he was going to get one over on me. But I was still able to just play through all my regular combos just with not as much advantage. And, another 2-0. Round 4, Tier Sprite. That was the first match of the night where I actually lost a game. I actually lost the dice roll. He let me, or actually he wanted to go first. I blew him out of the water. Game 2, he chose to go first again. This time I did not draw 2 Super Poly, so I was not able to break his board. Game 3, I chose to go first. All I cited in was Summon Limit. And he swore that it didn't do much to him, but I won the game the next turn after I used it, so hey, what can I say? He also ashed all of my... I probably got my Branded Fusion ashed like 5 times today, but I was still able to make it work. So, don't panic if your Branded Fusion gets ashed. Sometimes it means the end of your turn, but hey, you never know. You might still have plays. And then round 5, which I lost. Tearlaments, fuck man, I don't even completely remember. Let's just say Tearlament Danger. It was pretty nutty. He was just one step ahead of me. Not really much I could do. He was just one step ahead of me, and he had the better RNG in the mills. So what can I really say, man? It was great fun today, though. I had a great time. I enjoy my fusion decks, as you can see. I'm so happy this deck performed. I just got it. I didn't spend much money at all. I pretty much did all trades. So I think I spent a total of $30 on this whole deck, so I can't complain. The results speak for themselves, and the cool thing is there's a lot of variety too. I'm gonna test out having the Branded Expulsion and the Raw Disciple in the side deck, and I might even experiment a little bit with Branded Lost and such. Like, there's so much you can do. I want to play this card too, although it didn't come up today. There's just so much variety you can have with this deck. So, don't just be cookie cutter. You can mess around with different combos and stuff, and find which style works for you. But yeah, with that being said, I really enjoyed the tournament today. I can't complain. I had a blast. So, like I said, not many changes. I might add in the extra edge imp and then a droplets when I get it. Also, I thought about running Eradicator Epidemic for Rudic, but if I did, it never came up, so what does it matter? So yeah, I'm just gonna experiment with the different ratios and see what I like, and you guys feel free to experiment as well. It was a pretty solid tournament, and I'm looking forward to the next one. So, until the next time, enjoy the game, guys. Don't take yourself too seriously, and just have fun.
Bye!